friends. This is game number 18 between Bobby Fischer and Boris Spassky of the 1972 World Championship held in Reykjavik, Iceland. Fischer already leading by 3 points, 10-7. After the last game, Bobby Fischer requested arbiter Roder Schmid that the 30 meters of the audience to be moved away, and in between the game he claimed that somebody is snoring in the hall, and that fellow is to be removed. And the next game he came 8 minutes late. Rather Schmid moved the audience, and Russian contingent objected this, and before the start of the game a lot of chaos, but at last Fischer sat down and started playing the game. This is a Sicilian defense, as I foretold you. Both the players doesn't like to draw this game, so there is a heavy fight. Fischer played e4, c5, knight f3, d6, knight c3, knight c6, d4, c into d4, knight into d4, knight f6, bishop c5, not c4, not c4 like the fourth game, but bishop g5 is played here. This indicates that Fischer is not repeating any moves in this championship matches. e6, queen d2, a6. a6 is to avoid knight b5. Fischer castles on the queen side. Bishop d7, f4, bishop e7, knight f3. Fischer doesn't like to exchange knights at this juncture. b5. b5 is expanding queen side, trying to attack the king. Bishop into f6. g into f6. Why g into f6? Not f into g6. Queen into d6, free pawn. b4. Knight a4, bishop e7, attacking the queen. Queen into d7, queen into queen, rook into queen, king into rook, knight b6 check, king c7, knight into rook, rook into rook, and there is no compensation for the sacrificed pawn. Continue the game. That is why after bishop into bishop, pawn into bishop is played. Bishop d3, queen a5, king b1. King b1 is a excellent move. Full stop for all kind of threats. b4, b4 is start attacking the king. Knight moves away. Now the pawn is pinned, he cannot move. Queen c5. More active square for the queen. f5, a5, knight f4, a4, a4, completely closing the queen side, but king is safe. Rook c1, rook b8, c3, b3, a3, completely closing the queen side. Knight e5, tried to exchange bishop or knight. Rook h, f1, knight c4, bishop into c4, queen into c4, rook c e1, king d8. King d8 is to connect the rooks. King a1, rook b5, knight d4, rook a5, knight d3, king c7, that is to connect the rooks. Knight b4, h5. h5 is to prevent queen h6, g3, rook e5, knight d3, rook b8, queen e2, rook a5, f into e6, f into e6, rook f2, e5, knight f5, bishop into f5, rook into d5, rook into f5, d5, e into d5, queen into d5, knight b4, queen d7, rook into h5, bishop into b4. With this move, time control is over. That is 2.5 hours, 40 moves. C into b4. C into b4 is played to open the C file. Rook d5. Rook d5 is a nice move. The threat is check after a later stage, quite get mated. But Fischer played rook c1 check, king b7, queen e4, rook c8, rook b1, not rook into rook, rook d1, quite get mated. So Fischer moved the rook away. King b6, king b6 escapes all attack. Rook h7, rook h7 is a good move. Rook d4, rook d4 is, if you cut my queen, I will cut your queen. Queen g6. Fischer doesn't like to exchange as his king is under threat. Queen c6, rook f7, rook d6, defending the pawn. Queen h6, queen f3, queen f3 is to prevent queen e3 check. Queen h7, queen c6, queen h6, queen f3, queen h7, queen c6, draw agreed. Now Fischer is leading by 3 points. He is at 10 points, 10.5 points. Spassky is 7.5 points. After the game, Fisher suggested that the number of games should not be limited, um, but whoever wins the first 6 games should be the winner. And he said the reason also. Supposing if a person gets some 1 or 2 points lead, he will play for a draw, and if all the in between games are drawn, he will take the championship for just winning only 1 game. But his suggestions are not accepted. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like this game, please subscribe and share. If you want to see all the games of this championship, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.